Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the Tactical Tauntaun, where we discuss X-Wing, Imperial Assault, and all things Star Wars. I am your host, Patrick.
And I'm Will.
Thanks for tuning in. Today's segment is the news.
Yeah, we're going to do this about once a month, unless there's another big announcement, something going on
that we can just throw in, but
yeah,
the segment will be just once a month.
Yeah, once a month we'll just go over everything. So, the big news that I believe came out on Friday was that there's 2 new ships coming out, new expansions. I don't know if they're going to be part of Wave 12 or a new wave. I don't know if they've signified that, but the first one is
coming out in 2018.
2018,
correct?
So yes.
Not soon, but
yeah, 2018. They're saying first quarter, tie in with the new movie. So the new ship, one of them is a Resistance bomber. I'm excited about this because I like playing bombs. It's got a couple new cards with it. One of them is the Ordnance Silos. It adds 3 Ordnance tokens, 2 bomb cards, so almost like extra munitions plus 1, but it does take a bomb slot to put that in there.
All right.
So, and if I'm remembering correctly, it only has 2 bomb slots to begin with, but you could put that in there, or you could put bomblet generator and just have unlimited bombs anyway.
Okay.
The other card that's getting a lot of talk that I see out there right now is the trajectory piece to it, the system upgrade card.
So is that the one that lets you launch, like we're thinking launches a bomb out of the front end at range 5?
Correct.
Okay.
And the big question that everybody has is, does launch mean out the front or does it mean out the back? The way I understand it, launch should be out the front.
And because it says reveal, it's not going to take anything that's an action.
Correct. You can't use action bombs on it. So it's only a reveal. But I believe the launch is going to be out the front because when you put something out the back, it's dropping.
So do you think maybe this is something they're doing to counter the castling, or?
I think it's definitely going to, if you're going to play bombs and you use this, you do have to have a system upgrade slot, so it's not going to be able to go on a K-Wing.
Sure.
You can go on the Skurg with the title, I believe.
And that bomblet generator, man, just tossing bombs.
Yeah, just tossing bombs and turning and running away.
I like it.
And then you fly that with NIM, the Rebel NIM. Obviously, the Resistance Bomber is a Rebel ship. Fly that with Rebel NIM, and you can toss them out there and say, hey, that doesn't blow up yet. It's just going to cut off more lanes, but it's going to, I think, force people who take their time coming out. If you want to push them to move, you move in quickly, you throw that out there and be like, okay, you can sit back all you want, but I'm just going to lob bombs into you.
And it's going to force them to take a faster move down the map to get out of the range of that.
So
if you toss them over their heads, it's not as effective. Okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. We also have the TIE Silencer coming out. This is the Kylo Ren PS9 ship with barrel roll and boost.
Yep.
It's got a title called the First Order Vanguard, and what it does is when you're attacking and defending, ship is in your arc, range 1 to 3, I believe you reroll 1 dice.
Ship, yeah.
And the one thing about this is it looks like it's a small base ship, but it looks very big, almost like the size of the TIE Punisher.
Yeah.
And it's a $30 ship, $29.99. I hope they come with a lot of upgrade cards because that is a lot of bucks for a small base ship.
You're going to get another copy of I'll Show You the Dark Side.
Sure.
Kylo Ren's pilot ability. But yeah, it's a little, I was looking at it and, looks to be the size of the U-Wing. The U-Wing, I've heard a lot of people say, should be on a small base. So now we have this TIE Silencer that looks to be about the size of a U-Wing possibly, on a small base, but it's the price of a large base ship.
Well, it's typically like the TIE Punisher, right? I mean, but that was not $29.99.
No, that was one of the, because normally what they do is they've got their 15, their 20, and then 30 for their larger stuff.
Sure.
The Punisher was a $20 ship, but it came in the packaging of a small base ship. So this is just interesting.
And there's not a second ship or anything in this. That's
curious
as whether they're going to put a lot of upgrade cards, maybe several pilot cards, maybe extra pilot cards.
Yeah, I think there's 4 pilot cards with it. So it just seems like a lot.
So no action ones.
But yeah,
does seem expensive. So then we've got Wave 12 coming out sometime either the end of October, beginning of November.
That's what we've heard.
Right, and that is going to include the Imperial ship, the Alpha class Star Wing. Is that what that's called? Am I got that right? And
the M12L Camoglia fighter.
Yeah.
I'm probably pronouncing that one wrong.
I am
That's
sure
for
it's
the
going to be
scum.
one of those ships that I just make up a name for because I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
that's on the scum side. And then I think the one that everybody that I know is excited for
Phantom 2.
is the Phantom 2.
Yeah, I like that.
For the Rebels.
And that's going to go hand in hand with, what's happening in Rebels with
right.
the I guess the original the original Phantom was blown up,
Yep.
and now they got the new one. So there's probably a new title, maybe even a new Ghost title.
I believe that there is going to be a new Ghost title
That's
to go
kinda
with
cool.
it. So that says the Phantom 2 can be docked. I think it's going to be the same rules as far as, if it's docked, you get the free TLT turret shot at the end of the round. Everybody uses TLT, though. We all know it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It may change, point cost. It's going to be interesting to see if it costs more than the regular Phantom pilot abilities and stuff like that, if any of that changes. So it'll be interesting to see.
So speaking of Rebels, we've got Rebels Season 3 is now in stores, so you can pick that up on Blu-ray or DVD. I have not seen Season 3 yet because I don't have Disney XD, so I just kind of wait till they come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that and get caught up because Season 4 of Rebels starts October 16th.
It does, yep. And so apparently the Ghost Crew is going to make their final stands. This is the last season. I know a lot of people are upset about that. I am. It's a great show. And the events of this season, they're saying, are going to lead right into Rogue One and A New Hope. So it'll be interesting.
It's going to tie all that in,
Yeah.
Because if you remember the first big battle that the Rebels really win is, during Rogue One.
Right.
And they make reference to that during the scroll on Episode 4, A New Hope. They talk about the big victory they just had experienced and had got some leverage there. So
and you see the ghost. There's a couple parts where you do see the ghost. You see Chopper. You hear Hera's name, General Syndulla, being called out. We assume that it's Hera. Could be her father as well. But in Rogue One, there are a couple of nods, so it's going to be interesting to see. So yeah, that's going to be fun.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, the Star Wars Rebellion board game just came out. It finally is out and released. The Rise of the Empire. It's now out.
And that's the expansion.
The expansion of Star Wars Rebellion.
That's a great game.
It is.
You own that, correct?
I do. I've played it. I've only got to play it a couple times.
Yeah, I played it twice. Once as the Empire, once as the Rebels, and I love it. I think it's a great game. And you know what we're going to do? Us in a couple of months here, let's get a few more plays in, and we're going to do a teach and playthrough of Star Wars Rebellion. I'm going to let you guys take a look at it because if you haven't played it, it's just an amazing game. It's a lot of fun. When I was at the World Board Gaming Championships, lots of people were playing that in the open gaming area, and they had an entire tournament based on just around that one particular game. So I did not play in that because it conflicted with some other things I was going to do, but I think we should do a teach and play
through that. We'll also, at some point we'll pick up the actual expansion and play around with that a little bit as well. Maybe we'll do a teach and play of the regular game, and then we'll add in a teach and play later with the expansion.
Or
piece.
at least go, talk about the differences of what it adds to it.
Right.
That type of thing. Let's see, what else we got going on? The Destiny 2 player just came out in stores.
For Force Friday.
Yep, Force Friday, they released that. I've heard mixed feelings about this thing. If you're a Destiny player and you're already into it, it's basically a 2-player starter set. I think they, again, went with Kylo Ren and
Kylo Ren this
Rey,
time,
right?
and as your main 2 characters. So the original starter set, one was Rey with Finn, and then it was Kylo with a First Order Trooper. And this new one, it's Rey and Poe with Kylo and Phasma on the Imperial side.
Nice.
So different, looks like different abilities.
Also, don't they have some alt art cards involved?
I think there's probably some alternate art in there.
Okay.
So like I said, if and I think you just said, if you're getting into Destiny or you want to get into Destiny, this is probably a good way to go ahead and get them both.
Because you're going to get 2 decks in
Yeah.
one box, and you and a friend can sit
Yeah,
down and play.
play
It's
right
ready to play
away.
right out of the box.
Yeah.
You know, I would compare it to those dual decks that they did for Magic the Gathering, where you know you could just sit down and start playing. They were not, you know, tournament winning decks, but they were a great start, and then
Give
you
you
could
some
add in
key
what
cards
Yep.
to get going with, and start to build around if you enjoy it, or you can just keep that and just play it that way. So yeah, it was, again, kind of mixed reviews on that one. Some players who are already in it were kind of like, but you know, it's something to something to put out there, and hopefully maybe get the market a little bit bigger. I think you can pick it up at Target, which is nice. It's more of a mainstream store. You don't have to go to a gaming store if you don't have one in your area. So you can still pick it up, get into the game, see if it's something you like, and then move forward.
We're also going to be posting to our Tactical Tauntaun Facebook page. We're going to be putting up the trailer for Season 4 of Rebels.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't watched Season 3, don't watch that one. You don't want to have a spoiler or anything, but just so you know. And then we're also definitely, this week, we are going to post up there our survey for everyone naming our Tauntaun here,
Travis.
Anyway, we will make that decision after you guys vote, and we will wait until we have a minimum of 30?
Sure.
30
we'll say
votes.
30
Once
votes,
we
at
have 30
least.
votes, that will
We'll leave it up. We'll leave up the poll
until we get 30 votes or more.
Yeah. There we
All right.
go.
So Trevor is looking forward to his name.
Travis.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is all the news that we have for you guys today. We really appreciate you tuning in. Like us on Facebook. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. Appreciate it, and straighten up.
Fly right. Good night, guys.
Night.
Awesome.